here in a standing position. My knees will go out over my toes. What I'm going to do is bring my arms out in front to counteract the balance. So what we're going to do is focus on everything being nice and tight as you pull yourself into a squat position. I'm going to try to focus on all my muscles contracting here as I slowly go down, and whatever muscles are turning on is fine. Just try to keep everything nice and engaged. And we're going to find the bottom of our squat, and when we get here, we're going to try to flex the hamstrings so that we're trying to get the calves, even the hamstrings, kind of clamped together and trying to get the glutes to the heels, so to speak, and almost like we were in a kneeling position, but in dorsiflexion of the ankle. From here, what we're going to do is try to find the bottom here of our squat and try to pull ourselves in, keep squeezing those arms, squeeze the chest and shoulders here, and then we're going to slowly move back up. As we slowly move back up, we're going to go as slow as we can, okay? So let's go ahead and begin to push into the ground. Now we're forming that isometric contraction here, pushing into the ground, nice and slowly here, beginning to use all the muscles affiliated with what you think the squat is, and pushing into the ground with every muscle that you can, and slowly moving up, slowly pushing into the ground, nice and slow. Knees are not straight yet, and find the top of your standing position. I'll do the same thing, okay? Go ahead and relax in a side angle. Okay, this time what we're going to do is you can bring those feet out a little bit more, or if you felt like they were too wide like this, maybe we bring them in a little bit, okay? I'm going to bring those arms out front. Again, I'm going to pull myself into this squat. I'm going to slowly go into the squat using isometric movement pathway, which is basically an isometric effort to slow my body down. Otherwise, this would be a non-engaged, no irradiation. What we're doing here is we're increasing the irradiation, which is muscle recruitment, meaning everything's engaged. And then also isometrically, we're trying to keep everything pushing into the ground, pulling into the ground. Everything's kind of using itself as a force to pull yourself deeper into the squat. Arms are out in front of the chest, squeeze the chest, chin is in. We're going to slowly pull ourselves into the squat position, but we're going to go nice and slowly. And just notice that there's so many different muscles that are involved with the squat. You might have to reposition yourself over the ankles, over the knees differently, depending on your structure. And you're going to pull yourself in to the squat here. From here, we're squeezing the chest and shoulders and fist here, trying to go ahead and maybe get in a little bit closer. Try to get those heels right under the glutes. I want you to squeeze those hamstrings and calves. Trying to get those heels to the glutes. Looking straight ahead here. Push, squeeze, and now we're going to slowly move up. Just push into the ground. Nice and slowly moving up. Keep squeezing the whole body. Try not to lean forward. Keep the back straight. And slowly stand all the way up. All right, we're going to do that one more time. Okay, last one. Here we go. So set up. Hands out front. Squeeze. Knees go slightly out. Begin to bend. Push. Keep the chin in line with the sternum and navel. Slowly pull yourself into this squat position. Then from here, trying to squeeze those heels to the glutes. Trying to lower yourself into this position. Now this time we're going to bring those hands together. We're going to try to get those knees up. Trying to get those knees up by flexing the hip. We're going to flex the hip, trying to get those heels off the ground, but we can't. I'm trying to flex those hips, trying to go deeper by flexing those hips, trying to get those ears to touch the knees. Hold here, And then we're going to slowly climb up, push into the ground, nice and slowly. Squeeze the fist, squeeze the chest, chin's in line with the sternum and navel, and slowly stand all the way back up. So you should have felt that almost everywhere, right? That's isometric movement pathway for the squat.